been a long while since I have filmed a reading vlog. In the chaos of starting my new job, I just was feeling very uninspired to film any reading vlogs, and specifically the themed reading vlogs that I tend to film. So in the effort to get back into the swing of things and get back to posting content, I thought a great idea to do that would be to spend a couple of weeks seeing how many 5-star reads I could find, because I am genuinely having such a good time picking up books that I think I will enjoy. So the first book that we're going to see if it's the 5 stars is Defend the Dawn by Brigid Kemmerer. This is the second book in the Defy the Night series. I just recently read the first book in this series and I gave it a 4.5 stars, I believe. I really enjoyed that and can definitely see the potential for this series to be a 5-star series. I just started this last night, and when I say I started it, I think I'm on page like 8, okay? Reading physical books is still a little bit of a challenge for me right now, but I am excited to get into this book and see how I feel about it. It's many days later, but I am now further into Defend the Dawn by Brigid Kemmerer. I just read to page 138. Got a little bit of a better feel for the book. Jeez, guys, filming reading vlogs while I'm working full-time is a little bit difficult, okay? I am really enjoying this book though. There are some plot points that I just really didn't see coming, and I've really been enjoying it. We haven't gotten to see much of Tessa and her love interest. I'm not gonna name the love interest by name just because I don't know what the blurb of the book says. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. We haven't gotten to see much of them, and it's just because there's so much going on in such a short amount of time in this book, and there's a new character that we're following, which I wasn't expecting. I kind of have a theory on who it is, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. But I have a theory. I'm really enjoying the book so far, which I knew I was going to. I really enjoyed Defy the Night. I expected to really enjoy the rest of the series as well. So far, that's held up, and it's definitely a page turner. You know, it's a little bit dangerous taking it to work and reading it on my lunch break because it's tempting to take an extended lunch break. I didn't do that, but it was tempting. Now, I've said it's a little bit difficult filming reading vlogs, and I honestly have not been reading as many physical books as I usually do, but what I am doing a lot of is reading audiobooks. So let me give you a little bit of an audiobook update. Let's see, what audiobooks have I read since I started this reading vlog last week? None of them were 5 stars. A week ago, I think on the day that I started this reading vlog, I finished The Holiday Honeymoon Switch by Julia McKay, which, yes, it's a Christmas book, okay, but I have quite a few e-arcs that I received from NatGalley that I have not reviewed, that I have not read, and so I thought a great way to try to make up some ground with those would be to find the audiobooks of them, because I can listen to an audiobook in a day because I speed them up so fast. So that's what I've been doing, and this one was an e-arc. I rated it 3.5 stars. It was very cute, okay? I really enjoyed the emotional depth that we got to build between the two characters and their love interests, and I just really enjoyed their stories. The two main characters, Ivy and Holly, are just dealing with a lot in their lives, and the way that the author chose to navigate those pieces of the story were really beautiful. There was one part that seemed a little bit silly. It was like, hey, homie, do you know it's been a week since this happened to you and now you're off here doing this whole other thing? Like, are you okay? That wouldn't happen in real life, okay? I can acknowledge that. I can read a book and see that a character is doing something silly and realize, hey, yeah, that's like not how this works in real life. Anyways, I rated that at 3.5 stars. I took a little bit of a break. Yesterday, I listened to The Arctic Incident, the second book in the Artemis Fowl series by Ian Coldfur, which was so funny. Again, with the butt flap. I read the first book in my Doing Bookish Things video that I filmed earlier this year, and that book is just a silly, goofy time, okay? It is a like middle grade fantasy series, and some of the way that these fairies behave is just ridiculous, but it's funny. It is a fun time. And then last night, as I was getting ready for bed, I started listening to But He's My One Regret by Anna Conwell, the second book in the But He's a Carter Brothers series, and then I finished that this morning. Oh my gosh. I loved this book. I loved the first book, But He's My Grumpy Neighbor. I just love Anna Conwell books in general. I've read the entire More Than a Game series by her, and I even rated one of those 5 stars. I just really enjoy her writing. She writes clean romance books. She writes men that are to die for, and they are just so head over heels in love with their women, and it's just heart melting, really. And I am so excited for the next book in the series. It's following Grayson, another one of the brothers, and I am so excited for his book because the snippets that we've gotten of him so far in this series, like, he is just such a lovable guy, and you can tell just in the way that he interacts with his family, the way he interacts with his niece, that he just like goes all out for the people that he loves. And so I'm so excited to read his book, but I currently have to wait like 8 weeks for the audiobook, which is disappointing, but I will survive, I guess. And then I'm currently listening to a book called Trouble in Queenstown by Delia Pitts, another e-arc that I have. It's a bit of a mystery so far. I wouldn't call it a thriller. You're following a female main character who's a private investigator, and the amount of things that are flying just like straight above her head is kind of alarming. Like, hey girl, you make a living like investigating things and you're not even questioning anything right now? Like, what do you mean? Like, I wouldn't pay you to investigate my problems if I knew that this was how you were approaching a murder investigation. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm about 40% of the way through that. I'll probably finish it up tomorrow. And then the other book that I'm reading right now, I'm currently in the middle of 3 separate books: an audiobook, a physical book, and a Kindle book. Because it's so much easier to just read books on my Kindle when I'm in bed, because most of the time I fall asleep while I'm reading. It's called If Books Could Kill by Kate Eberl. It hasn't come out yet. This is an e-arc that I'm reading before it comes out. It comes out July 21st. And this one was very intriguing because if you've read A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston, it's kind of similar to that. The main character makes a wish to be the female protagonist in her favorite romance author's next book, except the next book that she decides she's gonna write is a thriller. And so now she and this poor guy that she accidentally roped into her shenanigans are running from people who are just continually trying to kill them. And it's very intriguing. It's a very funny book. I have laughed out loud several times while reading it, which doesn't always happen for me. And so when it does, I find it to be a gem of a book, and I just am really enjoying it. But it has been very slow going just because I've been reading it before I go to bed, so I probably read about like 10 pages before I fall asleep. But I have been really enjoying it so far. Those are my book updates. I'm hoping to finish Defend the Dawn this week. What I really need to do is just make more of an effort to read my books. Oftentimes when I'm not at work, I find myself just scrolling on my phone or playing games on my phone when really what I want to do is be reading. So I think I just need to be a little bit more intentional with my time outside of work so that I'm actually enjoying my time outside of work instead of just doing mind-numbing stuff, or even taking my book with me to work and actually reading it on my lunch break instead of just taking my book with me to work and it's sitting in my work bag all day. It's 7:45. I'm gonna go to bed. Is this how you know I'm a real adult now? There he is. Something big is about to happen, so we gotta capture this moment. What in the world? No. What is happening? What is going on? No, because that's so sad. And we're just gonna glaze over like that? Like, I can't see. I can't see the book. What is happening? I'm so confused. I don't have the next book. What am I gonna do? And he is squeaking this toy in my ear. Wait, what on earth does this mean? Ah! And now I'm reading a chapter in a point of view that doesn't have the information that I'm wanting so desperately right now. But I imagine it's about to tell me something else even more devastating. Oh my heavens. Okay, reading updates. So obviously I finished reading Defy the Night. Oh my heavens. That book went in so many directions I was not expecting it to go. And once I kind of got the meaning of the title, I was like, okay. I was distraught reading the end of that book. Like, I was upset. I went on Brigid Kemmerer's website to try and see if she had any sort of newsletter, because I was like, this has kind of solidified her as one of my new favorite authors. And I ended up sending her an email about how distraught I was that I couldn't immediately start reading Destroy the Day. I did place a hold on it from my local library. Haven't gotten any updates on that, so who knows when I'm gonna be able to start reading that. So a lot's happened since then. Then Saturday, I finished reading If Books Could Kill by Kate Eberly, and that one was super cute. Oh, I rated Defend the Dawn 5 stars. Okay, like duh, yeah, of course. Then on Saturday, I finished reading If Books Could Kill by Kate Eberly. That one was cute. It was not my favorite, obviously. I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 3.5 stars. It's very similar to a novel love story. Ashley Post, if you've read that, very similar idea with like getting dropped into the story of your like favorite author. Now, what am I currently reading? I this morning started listening to Falling for Your Fake Fiance by Emma St. Clair, which is the third book in the Love Cliches series. I would say that I'm liking it, not loving it as much as I loved Falling for Your Boss though. It's still gonna be pretty good, just not as good as Falling for Your Boss. That might end up being my favorite one in the series. Actually, I'm kind of really excited for Falling for Your Best Friend. I think that one will be really good. We've kind of gotten a glimpse of the two from that book, and I'm thinking that their dynamic is gonna be really cute. On my Kindle, I'm currently reading Can't Help Faking in Love by Swati Hegde. I'm sure I probably butchered that, and for that I'm sorry. That book is kind of cute. It's very much like, it's a fake dating, he falls first kind of vibe, and it's a very quick read. I feel like we haven't gotten a whole lot of emotional depth in the story, but maybe we'll get there by the end of the book. I'm about 50% of the way through that one, but I need a new physical book to read. So decided I'm going for a reading 5 stars. So why don't I read a book that I'm pretty confident is going to be 5 stars, which is Supernova by Marissa Meyer. This is the third and final book in the Renegades trilogy. And considering the fact that I rated Renegades a 4.5 stars and Arch Enemies a 5 stars, I'm kind of thinking this could end up being a 5 stars. So I'm excited. Guys, there's no use in like saving books that you're super excited about reading for later. Like, you don't have to wait on a certain timeline to like read books that you think are gonna be really great. Hello, it's been a while since I picked up this video. I don't even remember what I last said, but I finished Supernova. Did I say I was reading that? The final book in the Renegades trilogy by Marissa Meyer? I was reading that. I finished it. I gave it 5 stars. I've also listened to a ton of audiobooks. I'm not gonna go over them. I have short form content all across all my social medias where I give short little reviews on all those books. The only thing I'll say is that I did listen to The Giver, and I did give that one a 5 stars. The Giver by Lois Lowry, like an OG dystopian fiction. Loved that, loved that. Anyways, I did finish Supernova on Monday. I read 60% of it in one sitting, and I'm sorry, Marissa Meyer, there were things in there that you put that were absolutely diabolical. Who hurt you that like caused you to come up with these absolutely deplorable, hurtful things that you just wrote into this book? Like, that's so rude. Ah! It was ridiculous. I was crying. I did rate it a 5 stars. It was so good. Loved it. The Renegades trilogy is a 5-star series for me. Anyways, my next read. Look how cute this is. This is the book sleeve that pham just released. I finally got my hands on one, and I can't say that I'm glad I waited because this is my favorite one. Like, it is so cute. It's so girly, so fun. Orange and pink flowers. Like, I'm in love. Anyways, this holds my current read, my current physical read, which is going to be the last book I think I'm gonna read for this video. And if you've been watching, obviously you knew that like there was no way I was gonna put off reading Destroy the Day any longer. What happened at the end of Defend the Dawn was absolutely rude. It was rude and it was hurtful, but I also loved it. I need to know how this ends. I need to know what happens. This book is chunky. She is chunky. Actually, she's shorter than Supernova, but it's a hardcover, so that makes it seem like it's longer. I'm 32 pages into this so far, and I'm loving it already. but there's so much that needs to happen, and I'm like, is this enough time for us to get satisfying conclusions for all of the different things that are going on? I don't know. I have the house to myself for a little bit. My parents and my little brother are out to a movie, so I'm gonna take advantage of this time. I just made a snack and my timer just went off for it. I've got a reading ambiance on the TV, and I'm gonna sit here and I am going to enjoy myself reading my book. Quality of this reading vlog is really exceptional. I apologize. Anyways, I look like a disaster. Oh well, I start talking. Look who has to come join. I'll pop in a photo of literally what he looked like today while I was sitting on the couch trying to get work done. Like, he's all cute and like sweet, but he was literally like sitting on my neck. I was like, what? How have we gotten here? He's so adorable. I love him. He's so pretty too. High five. Good boy. A couple things that were okay. This is what no, you cannot drink my soda, boy. Really am loving this series. Might be one of my new favorite books to recommend to people, just because I love the storyline. I love the characters. You are following several different characters, but like the way they all flow together is just so well written, and I've really been enjoying reading this trilogy. It's 6:45 on Monday morning. I literally just woke up. I'm a little tired, but I'm now 368 pages into Destroy the Day. I think I have a little less than 200 pages left. There's a new romance happening that I kind of wasn't expecting. I mean, I guess I was expecting it in this third book, but not in the first two books. And it's kind of cute, not gonna lie. There's another character who's doing stupid stuff again. Doing stupid stuff. I'm like, I thought you wanted to be trustworthy and you're not. So like, what's that about? I have a little over an hour until I have to start working. So we're gonna see how much of this I can read. Let's read. My hour is up, but I'm now on page 460, so I've read about 90 pages. 90 pages in 1 hour. Okay, work morning is over. It's lunchtime, which means I get an hour to read. I'm currently on page 460. The last page of the book is 544, so I have about 84 pages left. This morning I read 90 pages in an hour, and I have an hour for lunch. So I'm kind of thinking I might finish this. Yay, yay. There's so much that needs to happen in so little time. I'm worried. You suck. I mean, what did he think was gonna happen? Legitimately. I'm in the middle of editing this video and realized I never filmed an outro. So in this video, I found 4 new 5-star books. The first was Defend the Dawn by Brigid Kemmerer, The Giver by Lois Lowry, Supernova by Marissa Meyer, and Destroy the Day by Brigid Kemmerer. I have had such a good time this year just picking up books that I genuinely think I would absolutely love. I don't know why for so long in my reading journey I have been not just strictly picking up books that I think I would really enjoy. I don't know if there's some sort of scarcity mindset, being worried about picking up the books that I think I will enjoy, being worried that I won't find any more books that I will really enjoy, and so I save them for another day. But you should take this as your sign to go pick up that book off your shelf that you think will be a 5 stars, that you've been putting off, that you've been saving for a rainy day, a better day to read it, and just read it and have a good time reading, because at the end of the day, the point of reading is to absolutely enjoy it. I'd encourage you to go out and find as many 5 stars as you can. But that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know that you enjoy this type of content. Comment down below your last 5-star book that you read, and subscribe to my channel for more bookish content in the future. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!